as well. We can get mapping of the incident that we were responding to. That will come up through the mobile CAD, identifies all of our hydrant locations, access routes, etc. We can utilize that. We have, through the same program and also on the mobile CAD, we have the ability to utilize pre-fire plans. And these are also brought up live on the dispatch system, and we have them resident in case of things like this, where the system goes down. So we can bring up an address and all the information about a particular address, accessibility, locations of hazardous materials, locations of access, alarm panels, all kinds of different hazards, so that firefighters on the fire ground have immediate access to all the information about a building. When we used to have it in the vehicles, in the computer, somebody would have to run back to the vehicle and look at it all the time, or we'd have to have a mobile printer. And then, of course, you have all the issues with mobile printers. They don't print in color. You're trying to print copies. You're out in the rain, etc. The ability to have this as an incident commander and walk around the fire ground and be able to look at this and look at stuff and direct resources and have the firefighters respond to an incident, particularly a rescue situation, is extremely invaluable to be able to be mobile. So that one capability is huge for us. Purpose-made apps that have been done for us. This one here is an application for hybrid vehicles. For the electrical safety systems, they're very dangerous for responders because you're talking about high voltage electrical current that is involved in these. And the ability to bring up sort of the Ford Escape 2008-2011 gives us a view of where the hybrid battery system and all the cabling is for that, so that we can avoid that during an extrication. We have never had the ability to have this information on scene before. The technology involved in the apps, and they're starting to come out more and more. This is very, very beneficial for the fire service. And I'm sure you heard from the emergency medicine point of view, there'll be many, many of these sort of things that can help paramedics and police officers as well. So the ability, obviously, to be able to navigate through a tablet device as a firefighter, a paramedic, police officer is certainly beneficial. And so the training programs that are making them familiar with it is going to have long-lasting impact out in the field. This note program, it's right off the App Store, and some of you may have seen it. It has the ability to both record as you're talking and make notes. So I can write in here JIBC, and with a little bit of work later, keep writing notes and keep writing notes. And if I went back later on and I wanted to hear what was said at exactly the time I wrote that note, I play it, I click on that, the message that I wrote on the screen, and the audio plays back from that exact moment when I recorded it. From a fireground point of view, when you're interviewing people, and I'm thinking even police and paramedics, nurses, physicians, you're interviewing somebody and they say something interesting to you and you make a quick little note to yourself, but you don't have time to write down all the details. You have it on record as you're doing it, you make a quick little note. You come back later, what did they say about that? You click on that and it plays back to you exactly what they said. So you never miss important information. Simple programs that have really got a lot of benefit in the public out there for emergency services. So there's many of them like that. The note programs, dictation. We obviously use the weather and the Google mapping for a lot of our stuff, and it goes hand in hand with what Jerome said. So very beneficial. I think the future for us is a lot of the tablets for particularly commanders in the field and for emergency services in general.
It's important for students, I guess, right? Is that going through the fire service to actually be prepared when they get out with these kinds of tools?
I believe it's critical. The use of the laptops has been there for quite a while in the police vehicles, and certainly they've found that if the officers aren't capable of running a keyboard, it makes them much slower at their job. So they focus on that in some of the police training now, is keyboard training, computer training, for obvious reasons. They do a lot of work on it. If you are a fire officer and we're moving to this type of technology and you come out and you don't have any idea how to use the iPad technology, or for that matter the iPhone, because everything I'm doing on here is mirrored on my iPhone. I can do it there as well. All the programs are the same ones appear on my iPhone. If you can't do that, you can't operate, navigate your way through those, you're going to have a great deal of difficulty, because we're going to be depending on a lot of these. As they become very practically useful, we're going to become dependent on them for things like the interviewing and scene video and scene pictures. And you need to be able to do it. So as a student, if you get trained in it, it'll just obviously benefit you tremendously. It'll improve our performance.